Hey folks, today is Tuesday, October 28th. This evening I'm going to be doing a Tuesday night bike ride with Ride on Bikes, which is a local bike shop here in downtown Columbus. I'm going to go into the shop, say hey to everybody, do this bathroom real quick, and we'll go from there. It's a little bit chilly, about 57 degrees, but I can handle it.
I didn't go on up the ride. I went to Montgomery and
Excuse me. Got smoothie and juice bar right next to it. This is the Mix Market. Used to be Mix Ultra Lounge. It is now have a variety of stuff. So yeah, we're on Broadway, downtown Columbus. So Ride on Bikes on Tuesday nights does rides from about 6 to 8 o'clock. And they have 3 different groups. A group usually does about 32 miles, averaging over 20 miles an hour. The B group does about 20 or 22, about 18 mile an hour average. And then the C group is more of a chill, casual group. And I'm gonna be riding the B group tonight. And this is their last ride of the season. With the time changing this coming weekend. I haven't done any of these rides in a while. Or any this year, actually. So this will be my only Tuesday night ride of the year. There's Jason, Mackenzie. My dad is here, he's riding the A group. And I am doing the B group. Now usually we end up in Fort Benning, but we're probably gonna stop short of the National Infantry Museum since it's getting darker a little sooner, so we'll see how it goes. Some of those guys in those Columbus bike racing jerseys. Raced to death when I was a senior in high school. A lot of fun memories. And then there's the bike shop outside. Founded in 2003, the year I was born. All right, here it goes, Jason. Getting the grooves on. So let's listen to him. And we'll go from there.
Hey. Oh, there she is. All right. Yo, what's up?
Good to see you guys. A little chilly tonight. A group in particular.
What's up, Sean?
I know that I give the same announcements every week. It's a little different tonight, so I'm asking everyone to listen up, all right? This has been an awesome season, so we got a few things we're going to cover real quick. All right, I want y'all to look around real quick. I know I'm getting a little mushy on you, but this is the last time, I promise you, that this exact group will ever assemble. This is it. So you will never ride with this group again. I've been doing this now 22 and a half years, and I've watched a lot of groups come and go. And at the end of the year, people move on, they have other things going on, they have other opportunities, and this is the last time. So this group in particular has been the best I've ever seen. We have the best ride leaders from A group. First of all, let's give a round of applause for Sean for that. All right. Micaiah and B-, man, seeing her progress like she's done has been freaking awesome. Give her a round of applause for me, please. And Kate and Chris. I don't know how Kate has wrangled the crazy cats in C group, but somehow that's C group. So please give them a round of applause. And guys, I got a couple other people I want to mention that happened over this season. Chip, where's Chip at? This guy started in the B- group, had hip replacement, is now on the front pack of the A group. That's freaking amazing. That guy is awesome. Randy actually has a cycling jersey now. Amazing, the difference in Randy. Randy started out B-, and now he's got carbon wheels. Are you talking about them? He started in what was that, a Ozone or something?
Ozone from Academy.
Ozone from Academy, and this guy's now he's riding carbon wheels that are, so it's just gone a long ways. Dylan and Chance, man, seeing y'all progress this year has been freaking awesome. Greg, Rusty Dogs, going across the Race Across America, amazing. I've watched Matt since I met him. Literally, this dude right here has lost 150 pounds. Woo! Freaking amazing, man. Christy, where's Christy at right now?
She's not here today.
I see her, I saw her. Christy's here, yeah. I don't see her right now, but Christy, how consistent she's been and seeing her fall in love with cycling has been freaking awesome. Ben Mitchell is proof this is the most accepting ride in the region. The fact that he's here, that we can accept anyone. One major thing, Bo Parker won a sprint in the A group.
Dang, that's pretty strong.
What else we got here? They keep going. I got so many things. I know I'm forgetting a lot of stuff, but y'all, we've had 2 people that have been public about it, 2 that I know that haven't been public about it, and probably more that have beaten cancer this year, y'all. I mean, because of you guys, this has become so much more than a bike shop, so much more than a Tuesday night bike ride. Y'all have made a movement out of this, man. This is so much different than we ever would dream when we opened this place 23 years ago. So thank y'all so much for making such a big thing. This is too cold for people from Puerto Rico, come to find out. So Carlos is not riding with us tonight, but I am going to talk him into having dinner afterwards. And y'all, we have a fire barrel. Buddy brought. He's going to have dinner. Okay. So we brought a fire barrel in to keep the Puerto Ricans warm. Y'all, Sean has also got an awesome opportunity. So this is his last Tuesday night bike ride after 6 years of supporting Ride on Bikes and doing what he's doing. We have a banner for him. But man, he's been awesome. He's made the bike shop so much better. So y'all be sure to tell him, best wishes. He's gonna be around a little bit over the next month, but definitely the last TNR for right now until we can get him back on this side. So y'all be sure to wish him well. I do have a banner for him, so if y'all want to give him some good words, please sign it. It'll be here afterwards. If you can't make it tonight, I'll have it in the shop for the rest of the week. Another one that Sean brought up was really cool, man. Project Echelon coming through here, riding with us, and then hooking a lot of y'all up with incredible discounts. It's really awesome. So again, thanks for making Ride on Bikes more than just a bike shop. We really appreciate you guys. Sun Cruiser sponsored us all year, and today they're allowing us to raffle their bike off. I'm not charging for raffle tickets, but when you get done, there's gonna be a roll of raffle tickets right out back, all right? We'll get you one, put your name on it. We're raffling off a lot of stuff. We got some gift cards from the bike shop. We got gift cards from the Q-Star, the bike. We have t-shirts, all kinds of cool stuff. And then also United, who has Sun Cruiser, has bought beer for us. So we're gonna have beer and some wine coolers and stuff. That's gonna be on us out back. So come to the mix, order your food like normal, but just walk right out the back door and pick a seat back there. We got some tables next to the fire wheel, right next to Carlos. All right, guys, here we go. We got 4 groups tonight. A group's gonna be going 32 miles. Sean will be your ride leader. They're gonna average about that 20 to 21 miles an hour. There will be a sprint. Please ask them about it. They will help you out.
Bo knows where he is.
Yeah, Bo knows exactly where it's at. Follow him. He's got a target on his back. My name is Jason. I'll be leading out your B group tonight. We're going to roll out. We're averaging around 18. Y'all were feeling a little spicy last week. We'll see how that goes. We're going to be doing 22 miles. All right, we have a sprint as well. B minus group is Micaiah. Micaiah will be leading that one out. 17 miles. She's been in that 15 to 16 range, feeling good. And then C group, we have Chris and Kate. I think Chris is actually going to go with another group tonight, but Kate's leading out C group. So they're going to be going about 12 miles an hour. 12 miles at about 10 to 12 miles an hour. All right, we are going to be going single file on the Riverwalk. We are not wearing headphones on this ride, and we are staying under 20 miles an hour on the Riverwalk. We're going to communicate all the way back through the group. If you hit a yellow pole, I will check on you, but then I will make fun of you for hitting a yellow pole. All right? Everybody feel good? Coming behind you. All right, let's let a couple of these cars pass and we'll get A group out of here. Man, sure. Thanks for listening. That was a lot of
Yeah, I was out playing golf until 5:36. It's pretty fun.
Hey, Mike.
So then I spent him.
What place did we get? CBR? Third place. CBR. Y'all definitely give them a round. Sorry, I wrote that down. I just forgot to say. I saw you sitting over there. So congratulations, those guys. Freaking awesome season they had as well. All right, A group, we're rolling. All right, B group, as soon as they line up, just get on up here.
All right, A group is taking off. Let's line up. So Sean McKenzie, who is leading the A group, who Jason was just talking about, he got a new opportunity in Las Vegas. So he'll be moving across the country over there for that. Pretty interesting. Watch these cars coming through. Looks like B group's already taking off. All right. Here we go.
Veronica already took off. Babe!
See if I work my way towards the front. It's a little chilly, but not too bad. See if I work my way toward the front. Where Jason is.
I got the squeak out of it.
Thought for sure I was like,
It's just like, oh no, we broke trains, like we just had it in the truck. First ride back, so. Also, I don't know things.
dude, what is it?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving? Yeah. My favorite quote is from Dr. Seuss though. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happens.
I'm gonna have a couple breakdowns when I start packing, but that's a different kind.
Dude was blasting Lil Baby.
Wheel boxes from Far South.
Yeah. Red boxes. Okay, I got it. Okay. Bucket and truck. Right there.
to your left, it's a big old softball complex. It's actually where softball games happen for the Olympics. They were actually built for the Olympics back in '96. I'm not gonna do a lot of talking on this ride, since it's a group ride. Civil War Naval Museum. Went on a few field trips there in school. I did a couple drone races here. Over there and around here. Now we're picking up speed. Now we're talking. Got the Columbus Waterworks to the right. Sometimes it'll smell not good. It doesn't right now, but yeah. So it turns out we are actually going to the water tower. My lowest gear, pedaling a bit fast. I mean, it's a mountain bike. One of only a few people out there who ride a mountain bike in these type of groups. No, this is not an e-bike. It's just me pedaling. Hug right, there's a car coming. Pretty neat bridge, right here. So yeah, this is Fort Benning. It was temporarily renamed to Fort Moore. But it got renamed back to Fort Benning. All for political reasons. No cars behind me. If you're riding on the road, it's very, very important that you check your six. What I mean by that is looking behind you. That's a term fighter pilots often use, check your six. 6 o'clock. See, that was a bit of a workout, but for a pro cyclist, which I'm not by any means, but I've been riding ever since I was a little kid. Especially mountain bikes. I do a lot of flat ground like this too. Last year I did quite a lot of these rides. And this is the only one I've done this year. And it's the last one of the season since the time changes next week. So but hey, one ride is better than none. This past week has been pretty rough, let me tell you. Some of my family and I have been kind of sick. I think it's this new COVID variant that's out. Throat was kind of dried up, and my nose was stuffy, which it still is, but I'm doing a lot better. About 95% back to normal, so I'm feeling pretty good. Just my nose is a little bit stuffy, but I ain't complaining. But this is likely the fact I won't be getting sick at all for the rest of the winter because of the immune system. Actually strengthens the immune system. But everybody's doing well. So am I. So I ain't complaining. Glad to be out here riding this evening. Alright, so we'll stop up here at the water tower. Coming in the Fort Benning actual base. If you look straight ahead, I don't know if you can see them, are the jump towers for the Army Airborne School. It's where the paratroopers learn how to do their thing. I don't think those towers are used anymore. Alright, let's catch up with the group. You see that big water tower to the right? That's where we're going. This is pretty flat, so I can keep a good speed right here. A lot of you may be asking about what app I'm using, displaying my speed. There's a lot of those kinds of apps. GPS based. I wouldn't say it's super accurate, but it's good enough for what it is. So just look up speedometer in the App Store and we'll come across a bunch of those. Alright, the group up here is stopped.
Get back onto the trail, we'll slow it back down, get a single file, go through the gate. After we cross the wooden bridge, we get back on South Lumpkin, I'll lead you guys out onto a sprint, alright? So the way it works normally is we kind of build it up. This guy's gonna jump early and he can hold, so if he guys go with him, alright? He's somebody to watch for sure. There's a few people on this group. Cheyenne, Andy's been winning a few of them, so it's a bunch of people here that are strong tonight. Where the sprint ends is the painted white line at the roundabout. All right, so what I'd recommend, I'm gonna build it up probably like, I don't know, 26, 27, something like that. And then just try not to get boxed in and come if you want. Communicate. I will tap my leg if I'm letting off, all right? So if I tap my leg, that means I just blew my wide. Don't run over me. I feel like a midget beat me with a 2x4 after this motorcycle race. All right, everybody good?
Yeah, pretty good. was flying on that hill. Had to be doing at least 32 miles an hour. It's kind of hard to keep up with those guys on a mountain bike. We're about to hop back on the trail in just a second. That Jeep is letting us go. Thank you. All right, now we're back on the trail. If I keep filming from here to downtown, the video is going to end up being 2 hours. So probably cut the ride back into different segments, just so the video isn't crazy long like it's going to be. But I'll highlight any interesting things along the way. Yeah, at this point, I'm all warmed up. Had to swap the battery. Look right here, National Infantry Museum. Been there a bunch of times. I got all kinds of cool stuff in there. You know, your typical military infantry stuff, history and all that. And they got a Huey helicopter in there. I think one or two other choppers. I think a couple of vehicles. A bunch of artifacts. Seeing a showroom in the back. Kind of points out some history. If you're into military history, I'd go check it out. I think there's a movie theater by the entrance. I think I went and saw the Polar Express there at one time. I can't remember if I saw anything else. And it's that time of year where we talk a lot about Christmas and stuff, because we're already at the tail end of October. Look to your left, Oxbow Creek Golf Course, right there by Oxbow Meadows. It's like a animal place, habitat. It's owned by CSU, Columbus State University. Don't know much about it, because I think I only went 1 or 2 times as a kid. So I don't remember much, don't know much about it. But it's definitely a place to be if you're into animals and all that good stuff. And also wild animal safari up in Pine Mountain, which I'd never been to, and then Montgomery Zoo, which I went to once, was all when I was in middle school. Here, I threw out some of those zoo/animal attractions, things of that nature. I know a lot of people ride bikes on this road, because the Riverwalk passes right by it. I'm staying on the road so I can keep up with the group. It's all waterworks property right there. See, it says no trespassing, property of Columbus Waterworks. Ought to be like a waste treatment plot of land or something, I don't know. I did see a few deer out there a few times a while ago. For this cloudy weather, sunset would be very pretty. That's a pretty huge plot of land. It'd be big enough for a small airport or a lot of shopping and retail and dining and all that, but a lot of land has to be used for all kinds of things. So if you're someone looking to ride this winter, it was like 58 degrees when he started, which was quite chilly. But now it feels kind of good. So if you get a good workout in, you'll warm yourself up a little bit. See, right now I'm not shivering at all by any means. So I feel pretty comfortable right now. None of those lights back there were on, but these up here are. Maybe I'll dim my phone screen so you can see a little better. Swallowed wrong. That's a little bit better right here. Except for that one, which is out. When I was a kid, a lot of days were orange. Those old high intensity discharge, high pressure sodium lamps. Some of them are still around today, all around here, but a lot of them being swapped out with LEDs. Yeah, in my early childhood days, those orange HID lights are everywhere. Ugh. That smell. Smells like poo-poo. Hear that belt squealing. Back on the Riverwalk. Chattahoochee River to the left. That's the very river that built Columbus. Rivers were and still are game changers when it comes to building cities, kind of. Especially back then. All those big ships. That's what we had before the railroads. So that's why a lot of the oldest cities are situated along rivers. Columbus grew to be a manufacturing town. And it's how it was over the years. And now it's a popular place for tourism. No lights are on right here. Almost like I'm in a ghost town right now. I really should have a light on this thing, which I don't right now. Gotta watch out for deer, especially at night. Sign that says caution, alligator habitat. Best idea to stay on the trail and not bother with anything that could be in the woods. Show you this water park up here real quick, which I think they just recently renovated. It's called Rigdon Park. Never been in there, but seeing it all the time when I pass by here. And then a big downhill coming up though. Help me get speed. I want to keep rolling. See if I can catch up with those guys. Yeah, it looks like they recently redid it. I remember seeing a couple water towers that look kind of like mushrooms. But yeah, they redid it. All right, pick up some speed here. I imagine those guys are pretty much back at the shop now. It's kind of the same route I came, so there's some neat stuff I want to show you in a minute. I've got another downhill coming up. I'm not sure what this place is to the right, but they have a lot of miscellaneous equipment, building materials, excavators, all that stuff. Battery, I think, is at 70%. Got about 50 minutes left on my memory card. So it should be good until we get back downtown. I wish I had a light right here, but I can see pretty well. Not complaining at all. Yeah, next week it'll be like this at 6 o'clock. Gonna be getting dark pretty early. So this is Rotary Park. Got a few amenities and stuff here and there. I don't think my e-bike would even keep up with those guys either. But that's okay. I mean, it could keep up. It does 20 miles an hour. So got a dock right there to unload your boats. Not much around here. National Civil War Naval Museum. There was a shed up here on the right. Burned down a few years ago. Had a couple of Civil War boats. I think it was arson. There's some pretty crazy people out there. There's a cannon up there. It was cast in 1865. And they fire it quite a bit. So the Columbus Multi-Rotor Club on Facebook, FPV drone racing. I did a couple races out here. Do it in May during the Scumbags event when you have a lot of Volkswagens on display. A lot of fun times here. And then they got a lot of old Civil War boats and relics and stuff in there. Been there a handful of times. On some field trips there. And then there used to be a big boat on display here. Like a steamboat replica. I can't remember the name of it. Pretty cool stuff there. So these fields up here, this is the South Commons complex. We've got some softball fields up here. They were built for the Olympics in 1996. Had the women's fast pitch softball tournaments for the Olympics. Pretty cool. The Olympics in 1996, all over the place here in Georgia, especially in Atlanta, where the Georgia Dome once stood. But then there were things happening all around Georgia, like here. Like those softball tournaments. Memorial Stadium up there, it's a football stadium. I think Auburn played there at one time. This up here is the Civic Center. Been here a bunch of times. Went to all kinds of events here growing up. A lot of monster truck shows. Went to see the Cottonmouths play here. It's now the River Dragons. Went to see Disney on Ice. And I recently, a couple years ago, went to a Nitro Circus monster truck show. Columbus Multi-Rotor Club drone racing. Do the race there. And I volunteered. A lot of fun times. And this is where the Municipal Auditorium once stood until the 90s. Took that down and built this. And I'm thinking they're gonna redo it yet again, I'm not sure. Probably not the best idea for me to re-ride through here this time of night. And then this building on the left is a skating rink. It's where the River Dragons practice. Ice skating. A lot of neat things happen there. So this ballpark up here, Synovus Park, used to be Golden Park, home of the Columbus Clingstones, AA minor league baseball team that relocated from Mississippi last year. It used to be the Mississippi Braves. This is a very special place where my dad and my granddad spent a lot of time here. My granddad was the owner and general manager of the Columbus Astros. And my dad worked here, did all kinds of things like selling hot dogs, and cleaning all around, all that good stuff. Carried out a $50 million renovation you see here. Pretty neat. This is all new construction, as you see here. See how Columbus Astros were a AA minor league baseball team. And they worked for the Houston Astros. My granddad and his buddy Jack Lawler, they co-owned and managed that team between the 70s and the 90s. And that place is a lot busier than it has been in recent years. Now that it's home to a big minor league baseball team. This is a brick road. That's what we had before asphalt, and it was the wagons being towed by horses on this. Very slow, bumpy, clunky ride back down. Crazy how technology evolved that much in only 300 years. Oh, some of these houses have pretty cool Halloween decorations. There's nobody behind me, so it'll be fine right here. So we got Heritage Park and the Promenade coming up, which they recently redid. Kind of shows you some neat history of Columbus over there. And then this Heritage Park, which they're redoing. And there is a replica of the Liberty Bell straight ahead. And there's people down there, so I'm not gonna bother them right now. Yeah, that house right there, it was over there. Moving those houses around is pretty serious business. So this building on the left, the Coca-Cola Space Science Center. Been there a bunch. If you're in astronomy and space and all that, that's a place to be, especially if you're children. And this building on the right used to be a Columbus Make Set. A lot of robotics stuff happened in there. And I was actually the driver of the robotics team in 8th grade, actually. So I went there once to practice. Space Science Center is pretty neat. And they got a nozzle from an RS-25 engine from the Space Shuttle. It's just a replica, not actually off a Space Shuttle. And then you got all kinds of other space and astronomy stuff. And even a planetarium and a telescope. Trade Center, part of Columbus Iron Works. Got some train tracks right here, so sometimes you'll see some straight running trains coming this way and this way. See some tracks right there. I'll do a more detailed video on all the cool stuff around here when I have more time. Right now, time is kind of tight and it's getting dark. This is the River Center to the right. I think there was a roller skating rink here at one time. Long time ago. I'd say back in the 50s. According to what I saw on Facebook. Because I'm in those historic Columbus Facebook groups where they share some old pictures and memories. Because I love history. So I'll probably do a more detailed video on that one day. We got some student housing here for Columbus State. Got the Rankin to your left. I am kind of breaking the rules of the road here. Sorry. This new building right here is the new Judicial Center. Government center behind that, which I think they're tearing down very soon. Springer Opera House. Went to a few plays there when I was in, I think, middle school or high school. I think it's one of the oldest theaters of its kind in Georgia. got to follow the rules of the road here, so I'm allowing this car to get by. All right. A few sprinkles of rain. Let's see, can I go left here? No, I'll take the sidewalk. Which I'm really not supposed to, but shall be fine if nobody's around here. So right here, I think it was some kind of fitness center. I think that's where my dad did his internship when he was in college. I'll show you this mural up here. So if you look in the middle, it's that fountain where Buena Vista Road and Winton Road intersect. That is my drone shot that I took a few years ago. I think that was like right when I was starting high school. And then right across from that was my great-granddad's gas station, Heinz Preston. He had a gas station right there. It was a Preston Oil Company, Texaco. We got First Presbyterian and then Trinity Episcopal. Went in there a couple times. Last time I went in there was for my great-aunt's funeral. A lot of wood and some big chandeliers in there. It's incredible in there. And then the stained glass windows. It's very pretty in there. All right. Made it back downtown. This is probably the only video I do down here at night. So the hotel used to be a furniture store. I actually tore the building down and built that hotel. A lot of various businesses around here. All right. All right, that'll be it for tonight. I'm gonna go say hey to these guys for a few and grab dinner and head home. Thank you guys for watching very much. Take good care. Bye.